Welcome to J.R. Hendrick Texan Consort, the podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. Now, giving the narration, Jimmy. May 20th, 1994, 5 a.m. Jim wakes up in the house in Gainesville. No one is awake, so he makes himself a pot of coffee. And it's actually 3 a.m. He knows that everyone will be up soon to get ready to leave the house in Gainesville at 5 a.m. to go back to DFW Airport for the flight back to Midland. "5 a.m. Central. 5 a.m. Eastern. In Washington, D.C., Betsy asks Esther, the night butler, to provide her a cup of coffee as she goes and sits in the front lounge and enjoy the peace and quiet. 5 a.m. Central. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, JR wakes up and goes downstairs into the living room to talk to his grandma, Elizabeth. They talk about his daddy's impending arrival. 8:10 a.m. Central. JR is sitting on the front porch of the ranch when he could see his father's white Chrysler approaching. He sees his father step out. "Come here, boy," Jim said. JR walks over to the Chrysler. His father comes to him and wraps him in one of the biggest bear hugs. "I'm proud to see you again, boy," Jim said. "10 a.m. Central. Jim is in his home office in Swainfield, making arrangements to take the trip tomorrow for a press conference in Saint Angelo, and he is very excited about this press conference and the location thereof. "2 p.m. Dave's car drives up in front of the ranch. "Okay, let's go," Gerald said, rushing towards the car. "Good to see you, Dave." There's a short pause. "You know, it's been a while since I really socialized. Some of my friends I miss some of my friends at school." "Well, we ain't going anywhere," Dave said. "I know, but some of the guys I know from college, I've known from prep school. And some of those guys, they walk around acting all superior, saying they're either a nerd or a jock. I don't know, I'm a jock, or maybe I'm a nerd." "Well, Brent says you're a jock," Dave Smith said, taking them to Taco Villa. 2:30 p.m. In the restaurant, JR and Dave talk. Oh, my stomach and my chest, JR said. Man, are you okay? Dave said. Do I need to call 911? No. No. I'm just a little gassy. Overeat again. Man, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta start following the Dr. Lovick's orders. Yeah, man, if you're going on the internship with your crazy father, might be the best idea to be in better shape, JR, Dave said. I know, okay? I'm following the doctor's orders. Taking flight and dinner. 3 p.m. No, 2:35 p.m. In the car, JR and Dave talk. I miss it, JR said. You miss what? Dave said. I miss my family being together again. Daddy and Mama. Me and Christine and even Kyle. Something's up. Man, Jimmy, the average family of an oil baron has a lot of dysfunction. I think if even you used to decide to stay and go to college here a couple of years ago, your daddy would have found a way to be all over the country, and your family would have the same dysfunctions and still drive you crazy. I concede your point, Gerald said, as Dave drove him to the ranch. 5:30 p.m. JR is watching the, in his office, Jim is listening to the Blake Carter show. He is very annoyed that his best friend, Claude, is ignoring him again. So he summons JR and Cousin Joe to his office, informing them that they were going with him on an outing to Saint Angelo for him to have a press conference at Angelo State University. They're all excited about it. "6:45 p.m. Eastern. Betsy just gets off the phone with Jim. The whole day, the staff was getting ready for the arrivals of Forever and Amy Kathleen. Jim reassures her that his relationship with his assistant is done. Betsy hopes so for the sake of the family, who some of them would be with them in Washington, D.C. for a whole year. 6:30 p.m. Out on the patio, JR and Laurel talk while drinking glasses of cold lemonade. JR said, to Daddy's achievement. Laurel, you know how much I want to help my father. I'm glad you are, Junior. JR, please, JR said. You amaze me. On one hand, you've been so kind to me. And on the other hand, I realize how much you want to help your father, even though you know I slept with your father. I suppose that's true, JR said. Is there anything that I can do for you? Yes. Can you make sure when we arrive in San Angelo to help keep the press for me? Consider it done. Stay close to the limo with the guard and the driver. When Daddy and the rest of the family go in, you should be okay, JR said. I'm getting tired. I'm going inside. Is that okay? Yes, I'm sure. Get some rest, Jared said. I hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Henry Texan Consort. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the adventure. It's J.R. Hendricks saying goodbye for now. Until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. God bless you and take care.